Fresh jackfruit is an exotic fruit that I recently had the pleasure of tasting. So we are going to be making a very sweet Indian-inspired jackfruit dessert. So all you need is your food processor for this recipe. You're going to add in 1.5 cups of freshly chopped jackfruit, followed by half a tablespoon of coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of agave nectar. And what I love about this recipe is that it's mostly naturally sweetened by the jackfruit. So we just want to get all of that. So now we're going to blend this all up just for about 30 seconds. So once that you've processed up all of the jackfruit, you're going to see that this is the consistency. It's just like a mash. And you're going to place it into a bowl. So we just placed our jackfruit puree into a bowl, and now we're going to use a vanilla bean here to spice up our jackfruit balls. So we're using real vanilla bean. Just going to take out all of this goodness and place it inside the bowl. Just give it a mix. I don't think you can make a dessert without using real vanilla. So to that, we're going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom and a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and 2/3 of a cup of coconut flour. So now you're gonna mix this up until you get a nice dough consistency. So at this point, once you've mixed all of these delicious ingredients up, we are just going to use our hands to make the cutest little balls. So now that we've mixed it with a spoon, I also just like to get in there with my hands and knead it a little bit, just to make sure that all the ingredients really do come together. It's very fragrant. You can see some specks of the vanilla bean and that strong, beautiful scent of the jackfruit coming through, which I love so much. So at this point now, you're just going to take a little bit of the dough. You can make your balls as small or big as you like. I actually like to make them a little bigger. And just create a ball. Make sure that it's nice and smooth. And then place it on your parchment paper. There we go. So once again, you just want to massage the dough between your hands and roll it like so until you get a nice ball. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the rest of the dough, and I'll see you back here because we are going to fry these babies in coconut oil. So now we're gonna go ahead and fry our jackfruit sweet balls. And the first thing you're gonna do is you're going to add in a generous amount of coconut oil. And all we're gonna do now is just put the balls in. And fry them up until they're golden brown on either side, okay? So what you wanna do is you just want to just roll them around a bit. Just roll them around, like give them about a minute to get nice and brown, and then you can just use the handle of your pan to just roll them around like so that they evenly brown on all sides. So the Indian sweet balls are ready, and guys, it only took about 5 minutes to actually fry these up lightly in coconut oil. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to plate the balls, and what I enjoy doing very much is adding some of my homemade, this is homemade coconut yogurt with probiotics, and there's a lot of vanilla in here, so it's very delicious. And what I like to do, oops, okay, is pour some of this yogurt in the bowl, like so. And then I am going to add in the balls onto the yogurt. And guys, the combination of coconut yogurt and the jackfruit, the sweetness of the jackfruit is just very, very magical to me. And it reminds me of India. Not that I've ever been there, but my family is always saying how in my past life, for sure, I was Indian. So we're just going to, I just love all the exotic fruits that are native to India and the spices. So that's going in. And now what we're going to do is top our sweet balls with cardamom and with cinnamon. You can be as generous as you desire. So I'm just going to top it off like so. This is the cardamom, by the way. And that is just sprinkling as well, not only onto the surface of the sweet balls, but also into the yogurt. And then I'm going to take a pinch of cinnamon and I'm just going to dust it like so. And then my favorite part, and I think this dessert is relatively healthy compared to a lot of other desserts. I mean, if you think about it, there's only 2 tablespoons of agave syrup in this whole dessert, so it's not that bad. Now, what you need to do for this recipe is actually drizzle some of the agave onto the balls, just so that they can absorb it, you know, and then it becomes even more delicious. So you can control this, but look at that. Oh my God, this is just so heavenly. There we go. How good does that look? I'm sorry, but it looks delicious. I think I'm gonna have a taste. Okay, so guess who is going to try these sweet balls for you? You know that he's always honest. Greg. Okay, so, by the way, this recipe is by Paleo Flourish. I found them online, but I actually changed it a little bit and I tweaked it and I sort of made it, you know, my own in a way. But it's always great to give credit to the ones that inspire you. Yeah, you can cut it. Also, what I love about these balls is that you can have them for breakfast, and it really is quite a hearty breakfast. And you don't really have, that's a lot, that's a mouthful.
Is it?
Yeah, you might want to go try the smaller piece first. He might not like it. You know, my brother tried this and my mom as well, and they didn't like it. They thought it was way too exotic tasting and like very flavorful.
It's amazing.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought so too.
I can understand why people might not like it.
Yeah.
But for me, it's really
It's
good.
a very strong
It's a very
flavor.
strong taste,
Okay,
yeah.
so if you're not into exotic foods with strong flavors, then this isn't for you. But this is actually one of my favorite desserts.
The yogurt is really nice with it.
Yeah, that's my homemade yogurt, guys. I will make a video on that soon. Also, if you wanted to pair up the balls, you want to tell them? I steamed some plantains, and this is a very common breakfast in India where they steam plantains. I have a steamer in my kitchen that's pretty handy. So I love putting in plantains into the yogurt as well, and it's absolutely delicious. It's just an idea for you guys if you make this recipe. Oh my God, that is so good.
It's really good.
It is so good.
The cinnamon too, like. Yeah.
And you can decide how much agave nectar you want to top off your balls with.
It's very
That
unique.
sounds funny.
Very unique tasting. It's very nice.
Very unique. Very Indian. And I love Indian foods. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I do sincerely hope that you try this recipe. It's one of my favorites. And thank you so much for subscribing and for liking this video. And also, if you did like this video, I hope that you guys share it with a friend and get creative in the kitchen and make these balls, and let me know what you would pair your balls up with, because I love to pair mine up with some homemade coconut yogurt and steamed plantain. So leave a comment down below and let me know. Okay, bye guys, see you next time.